Did I ever tell you about the elementary school teacher I hooked up with back in the day?
No.
I don't remember.
She was a freak. And it was like, she was like, I swear it was somewhere between kindergarten to second grade. And I want to say it was actually first grade. And I just remember thinking that, like, I was like, this woman is shaping the youth of America right now.
I think we may have talked about this because...
Yeah. I mean, but that's how they are now. That's how the teachers are these days. They're all into weird shit. They're all into, like...
I see them on
talking
the
to
apps.
5-year-olds about
she
anal.
was like half boob, and it was perfect. It was just
half
perfect.
boob?
Half boob. Like, meaning, like, she was really short and had enormous boobs.
That's
yeah.
important, I think.
That's much better. I thought you meant, like, her boobs were half size.
Yeah, or she only had a half a boob.
No.
No, she was... Her half of her body was boob.
That was one of those... That was one of those weird ones where I think she was, like, either... like, broken up briefly with a boyfriend or something, because she's just one of those ones that just vanished. But for, like, no particular reason. It was, like, really into it, talking all the time, gone. Never know what happened to her. I couldn't even tell you what her name was. But...
half boob.
Half boob is what I think of her.
That's what you call her in your phone?
But no, because she was...
half boob, Marysville.
She was cool, though. I remember she had, like, band t-shirts and stuff. She was, like, this cool blonde, like, booby teacher chick.
Right.
That's one of the, like... That's one of those, like, the old day hookup ones where I would have seen things through further if she hadn't vanished.
Right.
Like, you know, it wasn't one I was... Definitely wasn't one that I was, like, trying to get rid of when they were around.
Right.
Know?
Like some of them that are
some
like...
of them where you're just like, get out now, please.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we talking about before that?
The fruit. The brute and the fruit. The brute and the fruit. The brute
and the fruit.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to text Luis.
Only because we're going to be...
Who's Luis?
He lives in Wenatchee.
Oh.
He's
I
my
thought you were
friend.
talking about your stepmom.
Where are you? Are
no,
you
that's
coming?
Louise. This is with a hard S, not with a Z.
This is the
he's this
like field worker
little
that
Asian,
you take advantage of.
He worked in the orchards for a bit. He's really nice.
It's good snapback because he's Latino.
Got great snapback. It was astonishing snapback.
Astonishing snapback. Look. Yuck.
I learned that people walk around with butt plugs in.
I think that's a thing that people do, yeah.
Yeah, like, because I thought it was just, like, for sex, but they keep it in to stretch out their butthole.
Oh, that's awful.
To make it better for sex, so that it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I thought it was just, like, I didn't realize people wore it all day.
Some people are freaks, man.
I don't know. Yeah, some people shouldn't be allowed to be around.
Be around? Like exist?
Like exist among us normal people who like...
You're fucking a guy's buttholes.
Yeah,
what do you think they're doing?
yeah.
You think they're not doing some kind of prep or training?
Yeah, but that's the new normal. Like, it's okay to do buttholes now.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since, like, 2007, since, like, every human had internet, then it became the new norm.
Anal's just like another thing.
It's like how the whole system had shifted over. It's like how the majority of Republicans now support gay marriage, whereas before it was just unheard of. And now it's like most people 20 years ago would have been like, I don't know, doing butt stuff is pretty fucking weird. Now it's just like, it's just what people do.
Yeah, I remember in middle school, people were like, oh, I wouldn't put stuff in a butt. These are like virgins. But they're like, that's gross, man. And then in high school, everyone's doing anal. And it's
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Nobody was doing anal in high school that I knew about.
I'm trying to remember. it was a thing you get labeled with, like, or a girl would get labeled with in high school back in the day. I heard she did butt stuff with.
Yeah, by the time I was in high school, it was like normal.
Yeah, well, it's normal now for people to eat ass.
Yeah, that was normal.
I remember when I was a kid and I was talking to Zach's brother. He was talking about, there's this chick in school that she's just like major slut, and she put a hot dog in her vagina, and then it broke off, and then she couldn't get it out.
Everyone had someone that they knew that had put a fucking frozen hot dog in their pussy, and it broke off.
Really?
And they had to go to the fucking... I heard the same fucking thing in middle school.
I never heard this one.
Maybe they were just all true.
No, it's all just shit that stupid kids make up. That they tell other kids. Because they're all fucking retarded.
I thought it was a good story.
It's not a great story.
No.
The thing that would make it a great story is if the hot dog festered in there long enough to...
No.
Like, she left it in. She just, like, too embarrassed. And then
she's too embarrassed to go to the doctor.
Like 3 days later,
like it was all the salt and
there's
everything.
There's like a weird hot dog smell in the
out.
classroom. And everyone's like, what's going on? Like, why does it smell like hot dogs?
Just like, this bitch, everywhere she goes, she just fucking stinks of like old hot dog. Just smells like a microwaved hot dog that never got taken out off the counter.
Oh god!
If somebody forgot to eat it. It's like an old lady. Then she microwaves a hot dog, and then she has a heart attack and dies in the kitchen, but she has no family.
Oh yeah.
So then the hot dog just sits on the counter for months and months in the warm apartment.
That's the thing that smells?
That's
Not
what it smells like
rotting-
when you keep a hot dog in
body.
the vagina.
Not the rotting body in there. But I did know a guy in high school that was like really weird. I swear he's probably a murderer, you know, because he really seemed like he would be, but he would talk about fucking his girlfriend's ass and how he really liked it after she took a dump. And I was like, I don't.
I remember there was someone. I remember because like the joke in something on a show or whatever was rusty trombone. You know.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there was someone in high school who said, "Oh yeah, my girlfriend, she gave me rusty trombone," and it was like, "Oh really?" And it was like,
What
"Yeah."
is the rusty trombone?
That's where they lick your ass and then like jerk your D at the same time. So it's like a trombone. Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's I've
For some reason, I thought rusty trombone was because like the rust was like because you fucked an ass.
No, you're licking their asshole, so it's the rusty the knot, you know, and then like you're
That's the
reaching around
mouthpiece.
because this is with them. They're facing away from you.
Oh.
So when you reach around for the donger.
Yep.
Oh,
Wah, 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 wah.
Yep. I've given maybe 5,000
oh,
rusty trombones. I didn't know that was what it was called. I just thought it was called being a
Gentleman?
being a good guest.
Being a gentleman.
I may have asked you this, Burger.
Do you ever watch porno and laugh at like some of the things they say? Not to get
not out loud.
Well, there's just something. There was one where I just remember it's always stuck out in my head where it was just like the chick was like telling him like you gotta say please or whatever, and then the guy just like goes and just starts just going to town on her asshole like licking it, and she's like, "Oh, you're licking my ass like a gentleman." But the way she said it was like a gentleman. I was just thinking like.
Ass licking like a gentleman.
Oh, it's just too funny. Anyways.
Yeah, there was one that I saw when I was a kid, and this dude is like banging this chick or whatever, and he says, she goes, I want your cum, and he stops mid pump and he goes, my piss?
Oh.
I got a new roommate, and he's telling me about this woman he worked with that just they're like working together at a like hospital, and out of nowhere they weren't even talking about sex or anything. She just says, I really like it when men pee in me.
Pee in me?
Yeah, like fill her up with piss.
Oh, like in her mouth or in her
in her vagina.
Oh my god.
And
this is a person who works with sick people. But this is a sick person. This is not somebody who should be.
That's usually
I
the
feel like
kind
there
of
should be
people.
a psychological evaluation for anyone who's going to be a doctor or a cop or a nurse or a school
But
teacher.
the people are into the weird. People are into weird shit. Some people.
That's true.
Some people like to tongue butts and jerk D's for reach around and pretend like they're playing
Rusty trombone.
a brass instrument. Some people like to get filled up with pee in their butt or their vagina. Some people like feet. I mean, it's fucking. Things are just fucking weird. There's gross people out there.
I guess
People are gross. So, like Tim was saying, some guys like to have sex with their girlfriend after they poop. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. I don't know if I've ever asked you, Burger, but we used to make jokes about the poop snake. Like if you fucked an ass, and there was like bad poop in there.
Oh, and the poop come like you like a plunger. You end up causing the poop to come out.
No.
Oh, like
It goes in your urethra, and then you. It's like a snake that comes out of you piss out the.
Wiener poop.
I've never
Wiener
experienced
poop.
wiener poop.
Long thin strip.
No,
I've
never
never.
once
I didn't
experienced
think
that.
that could happen, and I probably can't.
I wonder if it could.
Yeah, I feel like that's not how it works.
The person would have to be really full of shit or have a lot of like to where like when you're just jamming in like
Yeah.
you're jamming in
Yep.
you're packing poop into your
Right.
urethra.
Because it has to, in order to be a solid strip inside of your urethra, it has to be compacted.
Or
Also,
they have a lot of like maybe sludgy wet fecal matter in there that then collects in, and then with the air pressure that's being pushed in, it's forcing it back, and then maybe instead of a full on like pouring oozing out of a snake, it's more like a pellet or two.
I actually. I
Yeah,
regret
it actually
bringing
just
this
once
up.
you piss it out, it just looks like a rat turd.
Yeah, like
Wait, are you
or
saying
like
that's real?
Like a gerbil.
No, this is not anything of it because the people who I've been with have been sophisticated enough to, or maybe they don't shit at all. I don't know, but I've have tremendous luck with not
Ever
having any
coming
sort
in
of fecal
contact.
matter on my genitalia after I'm done railroading a stranger
Okay. Well.
on Casino Road in the parking lot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Casino.
Yeah.
You might have been gotten your window broken in while you did it. No.
But I've had
I think people see the
speckles.
they
I've
see
had
the stickers
speckles
on your
of
car?
material.
Oh.
and they assume you carry, and they don't want to fuck with you.
That's true.
Speckles.
I never thought about that.
Speckles.
Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
Dingleberries.
Just
Speckles on his like
like maybe twice in my entire adult life.
like all
Has
like
there
all
been-
over all over like his upper pelvic area.
No. Just like one or two pieces
it
of
traveled
debris.
up his chest.
It's just like
No.
splattered up above his chest.
No, just very little couple of specks of debris, maybe.
Like someone took a paintbrush and just went just flung it at him.
No.
Fling.
Gross.
Speckles.
But I mean, anal's normal, so it's not like burgers the only
Hey,
one.
like I said, anal's normal now.
Yeah.
Just there's a lot of weird shit's normal now. Walking someone around on all fours like a dog while you're dressed in leather is normal now.
Yeah. And you can't.
You know, it's normal now for some broad to go on and sell pictures of her disgusting feet online to some sicko who then jerks his donger off to feet.
Yeah, or she can queef in a
can't
jar
get it. I
and then
can't
label
get it.
the jar and be like on OnlyFans, like, here's the jar and this one's for you.
I farted in this
Fred.
jar. Buy my underwear. I farted in these. Oh, I had started my period in these ones. And some fucking sickos buy them and they smell them.
Yeah, for like $800.
And they go on the internet and they fucking do like package openings and they sniff underwear.
We should really start a Brute and the Fruit OnlyFans and just sell our socks or something.
What the fuck? Okay. Well, I can't understand who is buying this.
Rich perverts.
People, I don't.
How many are
They
there?
all work at Boeing.
I don't get. How do people get into that? How could anyone be attracted to a foot?
Right. That's a weird thing.
How does one see a foot and go,
Foot is a club of flesh. It has
it's
no
like a
attractive feature.
It's like a shin. It's like, but some people think feet are like hideous and they're disturbed by them, which I've never been pro or anti feet. The feet are just part of, like a hand. During sex, feet are hands. I mean, I don't, except for
I'd rather
people
have the
don't
hand
usually
on-
grab
I'd
my dick
rather-
with their feet.
Yeah, I don't. People are into that, and I don't really want
I'm
that.
not really into that either.
yeah.
I'm not really into people using their imagination a whole lot in the,
Yeah, I don't
in the
get
bedroom. I feel like
why kinks have to be so prevalent. It's annoying.
Because everyone's bored of just.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it
They're
is.
overstimulated and they're just bored of it, you know?
we're just all burnt the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right, because by the time you're 12 years old now, you've seen somebody shove a tree stump into somebody's butthole
Yeah. Yes.
Until it-
yes, I have.
until their guts fall out. So then when you're doing this shit in person, you're like, wow, this is very vanilla. It's like when you watch Marvel films, people that watch these Marvel films, it's like nobody wants to watch a sophisticated story or something that's interesting or introspective. They're just like, how about you just blow up everything and then you blow up the universe and then
like
blow up.
things are like falling through the sky and you're like running on it and then like you like jump really far and you're
And
like,
then you jump onto the
flying.
airplane while it's flying at 500 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And then you punch the airplane and then it explodes. And then the wing goes into the sun and then the sun explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like how they come up with the
That's
movie.
fisting now.
And then
That's
this,
all Marvel is. It's just it's 2.5 hours of fisting.
And then this character from the other movie comes in and you're like, whoa, you see this one too? And then they like interact for a little bit and then he disappears. And you don't know where he goes to yet, but then in like 2 movies, when it's his movie, you see where he goes. And you're like, oh, it's storytelling.
Nazi fags.
That's what they are.
Yeah, someone said, I was watching a review of something, and they were talking about the new Spider-Man movie and how Tobey Maguire is like, it was like a giant Super Bowl commercial. Like how Bill Murray in the Super Bowl commercial redid like a Groundhog's Day thing. So then it's like, oh, there's Bill Murray doing Groundhog's Day. And it's like, oh, there's Tobey Maguire doing Spider-Man. But it's like, all it is member berries.
Well, but it's him and Andrew Garfield who played Spider-Man in the other one.
Right.
And it's all their way of, since now the Marvel and Disney were able to get the rights for Spider-Man over to them. Because it was owned by a different studio.
Basically, the film, like the mainstream film genre or type of art is dead.
Right.
It's just a cash cow.
It's all, you're just going to see, instead of going to the theaters and seeing, you know,
Jaws.
No Country for Old Men, you're going to be going and they're only going to be really showing like these fucking Tom Cruise, blockbuster, you know, bang bang, shoot 'em up movies, you know.
Oh, yeah. And then
I mean,
good
Jaws,
movies.
you could blame, in a way, like as much as it's my favorite movie, you could blame Jaws for this because it was the first of that blockbuster type that showed Hollywood,
Yeah.
we get these movies where people line up around the corner to watch it.
Yeah, or Star Wars and all those. But they weren't. They weren't trying to do like the next big blockbuster thing. It was just like they just were making really good movies.
That's
with
like
all the
saying the Beach Boys were in music, kind of.
Yeah, that's true.
Or the Beatles.
Yeah.
I just think that with streaming and everything now, I feel like any kind of like movie that you would have gone to see is just going to be there for you to watch.
Yeah.
Anyways. Which I don't necessarily agree with, but like, there's a lot of movies that come out where it's like not going to be shown in Marysville, or it's going to be only like one screening of it, one time. Marysville being the closest theater that we live near.
Yeah.
Right now. But you have, fucking Captain Universe or Captain Strange or whatever comes out, and
Doctor Strange.
Okay, Mr. Strange or whatever. He comes out and it's going to be in like 8 of the 14 theaters that they have.
Yep.
And then you'll have one theater that is showing fucking...
I mean, that's funny. That's the closest theater, Marysville.
A24.
And do you think, even though there's a lot of development in like these other cities around here, that there's going to be a new theater built for the growing population? I would guess not, because who the fuck is going to go?
Right. And, there's a theater in Stanwood that's not too far away. So there's a theater there.
Yeah. Which is like a weird one. Like,
yeah.
They don't have a lot.
And then there's a theater in Marysville. There's a theater still in Monroe, I think.
Yeah.
And there's a theater in Everett. So there's a few theaters, but
I think they're gonna they're gonna go away like the drive-in.
Yeah. They are, yeah. Eventually they're gonna be gone. People don't even like to live
no, because
leave their house
they're
anymore.
gonna be a reception. As long as they're still milking everyone with these action fucking superhero movies.
Mm-hmm.
But people can buy a big TV and watch it, stream it at home now at the same time as it comes out in theater. So,
but I think that becomes the Avatar effect, or what? I mean, I never saw it, but I was told it was like in the theaters, best movie.
Yeah,
but at home it was shitty.
I couldn't even watch it. I fell asleep both times I tried to watch it.
I'm trying to look up what's actually showing, like right now.
Burger, do we? Okay.
I got a message back from that Asian guy. I mean, Mexican. Sorry, I get confused between the two.
Who is this?
The two that you like, the two groups.
Right. My two main groups.
Yeah. This is Luis.
Yeah. How have you been?
So where are you staying, Burger?
Well, I'm staying in the hotel as far as I know, unless I can go stay.
You're gonna get kicked out if you bring Luis in there.
Well, no,
Oh,
I would
no,
go
that's
somewhere
not
else.
happening.
No, I wouldn't bring anybody into.
You go somewhere else.
Yeah,
You-
I don't bang in shared spaces. I have morals.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't, but
I have limitations. I understand boundaries. Like I'm not gonna
I'll have
smash
no- I'll
on
have
this
no-
beanbag right over here.
I'll
where-
have no problem if there was some lady that wanted to come back and give
yeah,
me a blowy.
I just ask my roommates to leave.
I would just be like, "Hey guys, leave me alone for a minute.
let me use
At the
room."
hotel?
Go to Denny's.
Yeah.
Denny's is across the street.
Well,
Go
what
to
do
Denny's.
I don't want to. I'm tired. I'm sleeping. I'm in bed.
You didn't come to Wenatchee to just go to bed.
No,
You
I
go
came
to
to see the
Wenatchee to
show.
party.
And once the show's over, then
Have
I
a
go
good
to bed.
time. You go to the show and you have to go party
See,
afterwards.
then I couldn't share a room with Burger because if I had a bitch brought back to the room, he wouldn't get out. He just want to sleep. He wouldn't.
Well, there
wake
comes
up.
a point where you just tell Burger to turn over.
I just don't think it's appropriate to
Or
smash
go
in shared
sleep
spaces.
or go sleep in the fucking
It's
bathroom.
the hotel is. So you're saying you'd never smash in a hotel then?
No, if I had people staying there with me.
It's shared by everyone who goes in there. So many people have smashed in that room.
I know, but I'm like, but I mean, currently shared spaces.
Yeah, well, it's only currently shared where they're in the room, right?
Yeah, no.
They
if
could
it-
leave the room and.
But it's like if I invited somebody over to this recording space.
Yeah. Our new space.
Yeah,
You
which is glorious, by
it's
the way.
probably here that it's quite a bit more spacious.
Yeah, we keep updating, and this is kind of our this
Been
is
a large
peak.
influx of cash. Yeah.
This is peak Brute in the Fruit. Like this is I don't even.
It's
I
either a
can't
peak or
process
it's
how
either the peak or the
massive-
trough, like a low trough, but it's something like that.
No, this is a peak.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a trough.
I mean,
a valley would be the opposite of a peak.
I've been rebuilding my life from the ground up, and we're in this new space, and we haven't been able to cast for a while, but
It's been a long time.
yeah, it's been some litigation, things we can't really talk about.
Definitely can't talk about.
Yeah, just some
know
people.
I know we're even allowed to be.
To mention it,
Yeah, we're gonna have to edit this part out. Let's just cut this part out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, looking to get into the podcasting game? We have a high-quality opportunity for you. We here at The Brute and the Fruit are a worldwide auditory entertainment vehicle delivering content to consumers since 2020. Look, sometimes quality matters more than quantity, and our consumers are some of the most discerning in the business. Little known fact, ex-associate of Bill Gates, Melinda Gates, has a seamstress, and that seamstress has a house that is worked on by a general contractor, which is heard of our show. So, for the opportunity of a lifetime, email us at brute.n.fruit@gmail.com. We're eager and ready to receive.
There was some has-been rock bands are
Let's just let
a little more litigious than they have any right to be.
We have to
They're
follow.
not getting money any other way. I'll
We
tell you
have
that.
to follow the guidelines set by the arbitrator and the people that are making the fucking laws and whatnot. Like we have to follow it, guys.
I don't remember signing.
There's
any
a
kind
reason
of,
why we learned.
non-disclosure
There's a
agreement.
reason why we haven't been able to even do an episode. If you don't remember, about a month ago we tried
I'll
to
just
start
say
up
their name's
again.
similar to May Tiles.
We tried starting up again, and we turned the episode into the editing group that oversees the network. Essentially, we turned it into them, and what did they do? They told us they cannot release it because you guys were making too many veiled remarks.
You guys.
Both of you guys.
You too.
were making. I was not talking about you two. Okay.
Okay.
We can talk about as much you two as we want here. Bono,
Good.
Edge,
YouTube
Larry.
sucks.
Let's
But-
get into fucking. Let's see what they do.
But we can't talk about. Okay, we can't do it. You can't talk about it, and
I wonder if Bono is as litigious as
you can't. Again,
the gay files.
Yeah.
band.
okay, enough. We're gonna have to edit. We're gonna have to do a pre-edit before we even send it in to standards and practices. Okay.
I think we got a new editor.
All I'm saying is that we could do a better job. We shouldn't even have fucking brought it up before we even pressed record on the goddamn computer. We said, we're not bringing it up. We're not going to talk about it. And you guys have fucking leaky lips. And we're not, okay?
It's hard to.
We're
hold
not.
back.
We're the bigger people here. We're supposed to be dropping it. We're not. Just drop it, okay? We're lucky to even be doing this right now.
We can talk about poop getting shoved inside of wiener holes.
Peeing inside of people.
We can talk about banging strangers in weird spaces, perhaps maybe in public, but we can't talk about
Correct. We can't. All right, just stop. We're not going to talk about it right now. We're going to change the topic. Okay?
Why are you yelling?
Because you guys are talking about this bullshit we're not supposed to be.
That's
Okay,
true.
okay.
I mean, we don't want any more trouble than
I mean,
we've
for
already
fuck's sake.
Bring it
It's
on.
when we're not recording about it, it's all I hear about, especially from Burger. You know? That and fucking Patton Oswalt. I'm sick and tired of hearing about that troll. And I'm sick and tired of hearing about the other stuff.
You're the Patton Oswalt fan.
Is this what I need to be a judge about?
This is... For some reason, he thinks it's like this taboo thing to talk about how Patton
Well, I think
Oswalt...
no. You don't listen ever. What I said was, I don't think it's a good idea to all of a sudden change the format of our show into some serial true crime bullshit trying to hunt down this dumpy fucking stand-up comedian, investigating that he fucking killed his cow of a wife. I don't give a shit.
So just because he's a stand-up comedian means he's got carte blanche to murder
what I'm saying
anyone
is
he wants?
what I'm saying is that there isn't a need to pivot the format of our programming.
We don't have to pivot it. It should be like any news program.
You have been talking constantly about we need to change the format. I think this is a hit. We should become a true crime. This is our thing. I feel like there's enough. We could bust this through. This will be our break. You've been telling me that. So don't pretend like, oh, it's just going to be a segment. You told me yourself. You feel like this is the area we need to go in. All
right, Mr. Rutherford. If I may inquire, Mr. Berger, what is your stance on this subject?
I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that it needs to be something that necessarily needs to be something that we talk about all the time, but it doesn't need to be, we don't need to pivot completely into it, but like we were doing news before, we might as well start talking about like maybe unsolved mysteries, maybe killers that have gotten away with murder, like Patton Oswalt.
I like how you are completely, you're like backing up on your stance. This is another reason why I told you that wouldn't work, because you're already backing down.
I am confused.
You said it yourself
about what
you said it yourself. You wanted to. You have been obsessing over this fucking case. I haven't seen you work in the last month, and you're telling me this is the direction.
What is
when
the
you
case?
tell me that this is the direction? Then you come on the show and then you try to like weasel it in like some politician. Oh well, like it doesn't have to be a full thing. I know what you're trying to do. And what I'm saying is that I feel like, and I personally believe, this is just a witch hunt. And you don't need to go after this.
It's not a witch hunt at all. Because some people give a shit about justice. Some people care about the truth. Some people actually give a shit about Michelle and what happened.
I don't give a shit about Sid Justice or Ron the Truth killings at all. I don't know what, and I don't even know what the fuck they had to do with this.
So what are you
keep him on
proposing?
topic.
Those are fake people.
Mr. Rutherford, would you please give Mr. Berger a chance to speak?
We don't need to dwell too deeply.
I feel I want the record to show that Tim, I believe that Tim is getting off a little too much on this arbitrator role. That just let the record show.
Objection.
Contempt of court.
So, I don't want to delve too deeply into it, but Patton Oswalt murdered his wife, and everybody knows.
Uh-huh.
He provided her with drugs when she had a fentanyl patch, and when he was describing, here's the thing: when Patton Oswalt is describing on the podcast he was on, the Sam and fucking Jim podcast, whatever the fuck it is, he was over. This is the thing: he did all the hallmarks of a murderer trying to cover up their crimes.
Says who?
It says logic. It says history.
I've yet to see this evidence, but
trust me, it's abundant.
Mr. Rutherford, do you have a rebuttal?
It's just typical Berger, over exaggeration. You know how these queens get. They get exaggeratory and like
conjecture.
Really. Like, but yet everyone knows how someone acts when they're trying to cover up a murder.
Yeah.
But I can't make a general comment about how you queens get all hysterical about something and over exaggerate.
Like he talks about at some point, he's talking about, and then I remember I dropped the kids off in the morning, and then I talked to their teachers, and then I come home, but I stopped at the coffee shop because to get her Grande Americana.
It does seem a little
she loved an Americano, and I remember specifically it was 12:42. I don't remember why. I don't know why I remember that so specifically, but that's what it was. That's when I discovered her.
I don't remember why. I remember.
But I just remember it was 12:42.
Maybe it was because he was just about to find the love of his life dead, and so that sticks out when he's trying to remember that day.
He didn't love her.
Yeah.
Is there evidence of this?
Yeah. Also, you know what else is fascinating? Is that his wife was a true crime author. She was the one that penned the term Golden State Killer for the Golden State Killer, who is serving his sentence. Also, there's evidence to support that the Golden State Killer may be Patton Oswalt's dad.
Is there really?
I mean, I don't know. That's.
See, how can you believe anything that comes out of his mouth when he does shit like
He
that?
says things.
I'm not saying
and then he
that I
says,
support
"Look
that
it
totally.
up," and then I don't have time to look it all up, and I don't know.
Right, it's because he's
if
full
it's
of it.
real or not.
Anyone can just spout
There's
a bunch of
evidence that
random
Patton
bullshit and then
Oswalt's
say, "Look it
father
up."
is the Golden State Killer.
See, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's not proven.
You can't. You
Like,
can't
we don't
do a
know
show
for
like
sure
that.
that Dick Cheney knocked down the World Trade Center.
You cannot
But-
do a show like that. You can't have a show where you throw things willy-nilly like that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think when we do this true crime thing, that
So
We
Oswald
gotta-
helped finish the book. Is that because his wife died?
Yeah.
And
He helped-
because
because his wife died,
he
quote
redact
unquote
all the
died.
information about his father being the killer.
She
His
died.
dad's not the killer.
She died like Princess Diana died, like JFK died. They just died, like Justice Alito just died.
I can't find anything talking about Patton Oswalt's father.
Well, of course, they wiped it off the internet
no,
because
oh my gosh,
Where
because
do you even find this?
it's not. It's
How do you
not.
know?
He was joking.
he's a.
It's not true.
No, there is people talk. There is a thing. There's
Larry
like
J.
threads.
Oswald,
Yes, but there's
born in Portsmouth, Virginia.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of stuff about him finding like aliens and shit.
There's like nothing about him.
No, there's a whole thread online about people talking about how Patton Oswalt's dad was the Golden State Killer. I do think he killed his wife, but I don't think his dad's the Golden State Killer. I don't think he killed his wife on purpose necessarily, but I think maybe he did it on purpose a little bit.
In January 2019,
It's like you're
following
cutting
a Twitter
somebody's
feud with a
brakes.
Trump supporter, he donated $2,000 to the man's GoFundMe, created to help cover his medical expense.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt also said that he's a proud pedophile. You should find that on
Who is?
Patton Oswalt. He said it.
He
on
said
Twitter.
that he is one?
Yeah, look it up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's not even conjecture.
I don't know how I'm supposed to take him seriously at this point.
Just
No,
type those
it's
words
just-
in.
Patton Oswalt, proud pedophile.
Yeah.
That's not. How? No.
I think we have more like lawsuits coming. No. Fact check. Patton Oswalt tweet has been manipulated. Reuters.
Okay.
Social media users have been sharing a doctor tweet showing comedian Patton Oswalt with a woman and a child, falsely linking it to.
No, that's not the one. There's one where he says he said in his tweet that he was a proud pedophile. It was supposed to be a joke, but you know how the Illuminati does things. They have to do things right out in the open.
Yeah, he's.
Who would have thought that Patton Oswalt was one of the higher ups in the Freemasons?
No one. No
I know.
one thinks that.
I know it came out of left field.
Wait, so that's another thing? His dad's the Golden State Killer. He killed his wife. He's a
No,
proud
his
pedophile,
dad is
and
that.
he's
That's not a real thing.
He's high up in the
Gosh. You
Illuminati.
get so off topic. You want to talk about this topic, and then it spirals out into fucking
Well, I
his
mean,
dad being the killer
once-
because you're sitting there spouting off so much horse shit.
That's what I say. Once you start pulling the thread, man,
Oh.
all these
Order
all
in the
these
court.
crazy-
Once you start pulling the thread, it unravels completely into nothing.
into
I don't
oblivion.
think we have a case here.
Yeah, we have no case. Thank you.
I'm gonna throw it out.
Okay, but find the pedophile thing though. That's pretty fascinating.
I did find the tweet. The angry tweets from my hammer toad followers opened my eyes. Pedophobe. Shaming hurts us all. I am a proud pedophile.
There it is, folks, in black and white, clear as crystal. He admitted it.
This is a picture. I don't even know if it's real or not, but
It was, but it was something that I don't know. He was trying to make some kind of a point, but I don't know. I won't give the guy too much
I
shit.
think
He
it
killed
is
his wife, but
apparently
I
it's
don't know if he's a
doctored or
pedophile.
fake. No, it's a fake. It's what they're saying.
Well, no, it was a real tweet.
Well,
But I don't know. He killed his wife, but that doesn't mean he's a like.
okay.
That doesn't
Well,
mean he's a pedophile.
I don't think we're gonna dedicate the show to figuring that out.
All right.
Because what you've shown me so far has been
Right. It's like he's done nothing with the actual evidence that he has about him killing his wife.
because we went into his like dad and like
to do
pedophilia and all this
any
other
kind
shit.
of actual explanation. It's just
You put it all
that's
together. And
but you haven't you haven't presented anything.
He just like shoved
show.
information into his mind, and
You're
it like
you're acting as if everyone in the fucking show knows what you're talking about.
put it all together.
You haven't
Just
I
put
would
connect
together the
dots.
pieces.
I
Open
would-
your eyes.
Okay.
Do we have any news?
No.
And the Germans kill the Jews, and the Jews kill the Arabs, and the Arabs kill the hostages, and that is the news.
There it is.
There we go. There's the news. Doesn't change.
It's as
Love the
true
same.
now as it was 30 years ago when that song was written.
Yeah. There it is, folks.
It is mass shooting season.
Yeah.
Well,
That
that's
started-
true.
that started
up
yesterday.
This weekend, yeah.
I didn't realize it was a season, but how
Yeah,
many have
it's
there
a seasonal
been?
thing. Like there was two this
not
weekend.
there's not. I mean, maybe if someone did the digging, you could find a pattern. But I mean, it's not like it's like directly. Like, okay, every 3 months it's a new season. But I mean,
No, they have to stagger it. If they
It's
do it
staggered.
if they do
It's-
it too consistently, it's
you
too obvious.
like we just had to going through like a quick flash of like abortion season.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into like a mass shooting style season. Pretty soon it'll morph into like a police and justice season.
Yeah.
Then there'll be like the is pandemic season coming back again?
The seasons used to be further apart, but now it was like
Because
it was like pandemic went from that to the conflict in Ukraine.
seasons can be used to be further apart because the world was bigger. But
Yeah.
as the internet expands, the world gets smaller, so you need to stimulate. So that's why like TikTok's big, because it's only a minute video now. So people just watch a video
Yeah.
for a minute
The seasons.
and they go to the next one.
I was thinking like maybe, spring's in the air, people are getting a little excited, feeling a little
It was
up.
getting warm now, so people are
Starting to
they're
go
gonna-
out.
Yeah, they're gonna
Starting to
start
go
going out
out
protesting.
Start killing
There was a show like, how last night drummer Matt had his window busted out outside of a show. I guess at the WAMU Theater last night in Seattle, there were like 12 break-ins like that. So it's just this, people are getting restless.
I think
Yep, it's getting warm
economy-
out, so because
The economy's starting to really probably go down soon,
no,
or already is.
Oh yeah, this is like when the waters like almost fully submerged the bottom deck of the Titanic, and shit's starting to that's about where we're at right now.
Good.
Right, where it's like we've got to get to the top and try to get on one of these rescue boats before they're gone.
yeah,
What's
And-
our rescue boat?
We don't have one.
Okay, cool.
yeah. The rescue boat. Yeah, what is it in this
I think
allegory?
we've talked about it before on this show. The rescue boat, I think for us, the fact that we don't have anything already as it is.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy a house.
When if shit hits the fan, we don't necessarily lose much
yeah,
in the grand scheme of things. But then at the
we're
same
renting
time,
this facility.
but at the same time, could really take advantage on the kickback.
mm-hmm.
We weren't, none of us were aware or really old enough the last time it happened to try to do something like that. So
Yeah, but-
hopefully this
yeah.
time around.
Maybe if we get used to not spending a lot, save some money, and then when things start to get better, we can jump on something.
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna. I think, especially living in this part of the country, it's gonna have to be like a communal. Jen and Molly were talking about how they went and they did a bunch of different like walkthroughs of like the manufactured homes,
Yeah.
and they were saying that they're only like $200,000
Just for the home?
just for the home.
Yeah.
And they're like really nice, and so like the rent, if you think about it, like the mortgage or whatever for it would be less than paying rent,
Yeah.
and
That's
then-
the goal.
And so Jen was she was talking about it and was like, hey, I was maybe putting a birdie in my brother's ear about it, getting a piece of land, and doing like go fucking like putting 6 of them out there kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
if we all
if-
put into
yeah.
it, we could come up with our own
Yeah.
compound paradise.
And you'd only hate each other after like a few years.
No, you don't have to.
I don't think so. I mean,
Probably not.
well, I mean, we'd all be living by each other. We already hang out a bunch anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like
Some
that.
people could like bring a motor home.
Well, if they can tow their fucking tiny home out there.
Basically be like Burger's father's compound.
It'd just be a compound, and we like legitimately you get a big enough piece of land. You throw a few of those out there. You have it set up to where.
Do we have like a blood oath or a shared tattoo or?
No, it's not a cult.
No.
I
Oh,
know you like. I know that you like to. Get
I'm not
stuff
used to
into
like what everyone else likes to do. You know?
cults.
Used to be
I don't
like
know. I
taken
just
advantage
think
of.
when I look at it, when they were telling the idea, I was like, that actually sounds like a good idea. Because I mean, really,
Basically build a cul-de-sac.
build our own fucking thing. That would be tight.
So what is the financing like on a manufactured home?
They were making it sound like it would be like $1,400 a month or something like that.
Just for the house.
Yeah.
But then you got the land.
But but that's why she was talking to her brother about it. Like if her brother bought the land and then they put all the houses on it, kind of thing, it would all be like an incorporated price or something. I don't know.
Basically rent your plot from him.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how serious they were, but it was one of those where I was like, dude, I'd be down. I'd totally be down.
I agree. I think it would be fantastic.
I mean, at this point,
We could start our own wrestling federation.
At this point, it's
Wrestling
like
Federation, event, concerts.
yeah.
Yep. Concerts,
stage.
wrestling,
Well,
recording
I
studio.
mean, you'd really be able
live
to.
podcasts.
Yeah, you'd
live
really be
streaming.
able, especially if you had if it was a decent.
We could do that
Piece of land.
OnlyFans thing I like the idea of, like rent out rooms to
OnlyFans
OnlyFans
streamers.
streamers. Themed.
Here you go.
Themed room.
That's good money.
No,
You
I
could
think
just
we're onto something here.
you could just like put props up in the room, let them shoot, and then rip down those props, clean them, like sanitize the room, like pressure wash it, and then let the next one come in.
Just put a drain in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, yeah. For all if there's like waterworks or anything.
Right. Exactly.
Or blood.
Anyways. All right. Well, we're back.
The fruit.
We made it.
After a very long hiatus. Do we want to talk about people being murdered?
Oh, the news?
The news.
Let's get
The
to the
season?
news. Get to the news.
Should I hit it?
Hit it hard.
And the Germans kill the Jews, and the Jews kill the Arabs, and the Arabs kill the hostages, and that is the news.
Thank you very much. That was a great episode, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See ya.